with embryology and unusual approach. Embryology, okay, MBBS focus, MBBS exams, MBBS revision, uh, intent. What a unique approach. So as we are looking at this concept and we are looking at this topic, this is embryology. Embryology is one of the branches of anatomy. Anatomy for the first year in preclinical class, okay, preclinical class is 2 in 1, that's 200 level and 300 level. In sub-Saharan medical colleges, guess what? You have anatomy, okay, divided into first in course, second in course, and third in course work. So the first in course work of anatomy is what you have, or what you call, watch this closely, take note of this very importantly, what you call upper limb. The second in course work is TAP, thorax, abdomen, so we call it TAP, thorax, abdomen, pelvis, and perineum. Then the next one is the head and neck. So head and neck is for third in course work. TAP, that's thorax, abdomen, pelvis, and perineum, is for second in course work. And then upper and lower limb is for first in course work. Now, each of them have their own embryologies. For the upper and lower limb, a corresponding embryology is the general embryology. That's the first in course work. For the second in course work, its corresponding embryology concept or concern is systemic embryology. Now, for the third in course work, which is head and neck, we have the corresponding embryology is neuroembryology. Do you follow? All right. So now this morning, we want to start from somewhere. All right. So what are we starting? If you understand general approach, this approach that I usually, which I'm even updating another nice one, another better one, so that it will make sense. You know, yesterday also, okay, there's a video, depending on when you are watching this and when you are looking at this. We said, watch this closely. We said that there is an approach. You can look at your embryology, okay? You can look at your anatomy, your physiology, your biochemistry in such a way that you look at your video, the way you watch your football, okay? So instead of football, we are looking at football mystery. Instead of biochemistry, this one is now football history. You don't follow? The history of football, the chemistry of football, the biochemistry of football. Applying this, and we are serious about it because we really want you to really master the art of this. This is like no other channel. I do not see any other channel approaching this way. You find channel that teach better than I do. You find channel that teach better than is done here. You find channel that prove to you they don't teach from screen. But guess what? Which of those channels take you step by step? Which of those channels give you the mnemonics and the acronym? Form it from screenshot, show you how you do it with AI. Which of those channels make sure that you gather your scatter material and then you master from stammering? And which of those channels give you this opportunity? Which of those channels, try to reduce this large, much, several work to something in piecemeal? Which of those channels learn it in piecemeal? Now, there's another one coming. Just while you are waiting to compare which of those channels, I'm coming with a hit. I'm coming on how I can turn anatomy, how I can turn physiology, I can turn back. Instead of you studying anatomy, you are studying, watch this now, videology. Videology. You don't understand? You get, so instead of physiology, you're looking at physiology. That's videology. When we turn it into video, and this is going to hit the wall because you're applying of helping millions of lives, not like you, but unlike you, people who are struggling, having one issue or the other, to master embryology, anatomy, histology, and name them. That's just an intro. Okay, so let's get back to what we are doing. This is not going to take long. It's going to be simple because we have so much to do today. We have about 5 to 6 videos we want to use to educate people today. Let's start with embryology. What is embryology? Like I said, embryology is a branch of anatomy that deals with the study of origins of structures, okay? Periods, events. Or do you follow? It's a branch. Of course, they won't ask you that in MBBS, not even in MCQ. They will not ask you that. They don't even come out in your first in consequence. They won't ask you that. So what then do we need to jump into very quickly as we look at embryology? The approach we're looking at, as usual, mnemonics acronym. The approach we're looking at, recitation, writing it out for mastery. That's the approach we're looking at. And then, like we are saying, telling you, we are coming with something else. Okay, you need to wait. You need to wait. Instead of anatomy, we are looking at moviology. Okay, anatomy, we're looking at. So we're looking at something that will be like, some of you like anime, some of you like football, some of you like, movies, and some of you like action series and all that. That's what we are converting, and you need to be on the watcher. So join, click the subscribe button, make sure you share, like, and comment, so that you will not miss out. Because if I don't get uh enough of what I'm expecting, I might need to create a different channel for this, a different channel for this. So this channel only for internalization in piecemeal, the other channel will be for the actions of it all. Do you follow? Okay, so drop on comments if you, for example, now, okay, you find people playing football. So instead of human being playing football, you're finding embryological structures, you're finding timings and events, playing the football. It's gonna be amazing. That's what I'm thinking and planning for you, my amazing viewer. Rob Wilson of vidIQ just sent me a congratulatory message telling me, hey, you've hit 2,500 viewers or view. Now, that wouldn't be possible if subscribers like you, viewers like you in the comment section did not make this possible. So, thumbs up to you. Ooh la la. Do you follow? Okay, I really appreciate what you guys are doing, sharing the video, watching the video till the end, and getting the deep, important parts. So, let's step down to this. Now, you can see these essentials of medical physiology. Remember, in this channel, we make use of materials from students. So, this is a material from a study partner. Okay, you must have a study partner that you discuss, that you share. In fact, you should convert anything and everyone to your study partner. See, Nelson Mandela made a statement, and I want to apply it here. He said, everybody has problem. Life has problem. There is nothing and no one that doesn't have problem. Then guess what? Facing life with smile is what make life worth living. Do you follow? Facing life with smile. How? Any situation you find yourself, try to convert it to your challenge. Try to face it. See, you see someone putting on smile, you think he doesn't have problem. If I tell you my own, he runs into many and quantify, you will be thanking God that you don't even have problem. So here's back to what we're doing, embryology. Embryology. In this material embryology, we are looking at general embryology. We also look at systemic embryology. We'll be looking at neuroembryology from next week. Do you follow? Okay, so but watch this. If you have a good background on general embryology, you have a good background on systemic embryology, you're good to go. So where do we start from? I'm going to start from here. Okay. Um, Good. You can see this. See, by the time we are done with embryology, all this is going to be what you can do. I promise you. You should be able to do all this. Okay. All right. But that's not where we are starting from. I just need to show you a few concepts. See now, this is embryology. And as you're looking at embryology, you can see what you find there. Oh, sorry. That's a brief mistake. Oh, sorry. It's not embryology. Sorry about that. Okay. I think I picked my this thing now. Oh, so where do I start from? All right, let me start from here. Good. No, let me not start from here. There's a video I made on Balamsa PhD road, Balamsa PH road. Okay, Balamsa. Okay, PhD road, PMT Balansa, and all that. So let me quickly look at it because that is going to help someone today. Oh, my this thing cannot take much, so let me pick this from here. Think I can find. I think I can see it now. Okay, good. So I can see it now. So take a look at it. Can you see it? PMG, PMG. All right. What does PMG means? Please pay attention because I'm considering two part of embryology, that is either you are doing first in course or you're doing second in course, or you are going through this video with a mindset on how to prepare and the approach to prepare for your exams. Do you follow? All right. So moving away from there, we said embryology, okay, is divided into two. All right. That we have general embryology and we have systemic embryology. First question: how do you answer it in exams? If you are asked a question on embryology, how do you answer it in exam? Please pay attention. For embryology, For embryology, pay attention. Okay, you must understand that it starts with either an introduction or with a diagram. As usual, just like anatomy, you start with introduction and then you pick a diagram. Oh, there's no quarrel about it. Do I start with diagram? Some people say start with introduction. The important thing is let those two not come in the middle. Let it not come at the end. Every other key points or concept can come later. Do you follow? So the first thing you discuss in embryology is number one, okay, the introduction. You should be able to introduce the embryology of which structure? The embryology of what? Is it a general embryology or is it a systemic embryology? Or is it a neuroembryology? All right, neuro, head and neck, neurocranium. Remember, if you did skull anatomy with us. Okay, so we move on. The next thing is diagram. After introduction, diagram. And remember, you must title, write those outline in capital letters or you use ruler to rule it. Do you follow? Can use your biro, bring out your biro and use to rule it. Okay, so moving away from there, we said the next thing you look at, aside from introduction and diagram, you talk about the period. You talk about the period. Now, the period, when did this structure form? Remember, we said embryology is how embryo form, how the human being formed from embryo, from fertilization. Let's put, in fact, even before fertilization, all right, that's the first week. What happened when the oocyte and the spermatocyte, when they come together, guess what it forms? Do you get? So the first week, what happened? We have done a video of the 5 things. Okay, we say 5 things happen in week 1, 10 things, not really 10, not really 5. We said about 5 things happen in week 1. This is general embryology. If you understand this, you get it. I put it to you. You see, embryology is not as bulky as gross anatomy. I'm telling you. Now, histology is not as bulky as gross anatomy, but you must be able to know that ability to have it at your fingertip gives you 40 marks. Embryology, 20 marks. Histology, 20 marks. And you already have 40 marks. Now, let's say on the average, you might not know what they will ask. You might not really meet their percentage 100%, maybe because of one uh, inconsistency or the other, because you cannot be, consistent 100%. Yeah, that's why you cannot have 100%. Now, I'm putting it to you, challenge me. Some of the things we achieve are from the things we are challenged. Some of the things we achieve are from the things we are angry and annoyed about. So now tell me that you will be consistent 100%. Starting from this video, live session. Anytime you hear of the live session, 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. or 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. or whatever time, or like in September, we're going to start night series. We will be hosting groups of guests, of students. We'll be studying together and be doing this together. Now, tell me you're going to be consistent, like your spare time, free time, when lecturers are not coming and when you are not busy cleaning up or bathing. Even when you're cleaning up bathing, some people play music. Why not turn on the clip, the shots we have made in this video, and then let the music, that kind of music play. And as that music play, whether you're a football star, you're an entertainer or whatever, or you're a religious type, depending on your own type of person. If you're the type that is religious, or you're the type that is a football, or your type that is a movie, whatever, turn on the kind of shot that relates to that. And excuse me. Mm, yeah, turn on the kind of shots containing embryology or anatomy or physiology or histology that we have done, and you'll be able to do what you are bathing or you're washing plate or you're cooking. That thing is playing on the background, and this playing is guiding and not directing your thought process, refining your thought process, sending what you must have captured when you were on it into a picture, into a brain. So this is very important. Okay, so we move on. We talk about introduction, we talk about diagram, we talk about what else? We talk about period. After the period, that is it week 1? Because that's very important about embryology. Is it week 1? Is it week 2? Is it week 3? Is it week 4? In fact, for your upper and lower limb embryology, that is general embryology, you should know week 1 to week 4 very well. Week 1, about 5 things happen. Week 2, see, you need to hear this slowly. You need to pause this thing slowly and hear it and write it out, because we made a lot of videos, okay, a lot of live session and a few videos on this embryology. So check the channel, watch it, give us a thumbs up, comment that you have checked it, let me know that you have checked it up. Okay, we in this channel, we are after you. See, you must show you watch it, not just watch slide and go. No, no, no. You should perfectly and completely watch through it. You should perfectly and completely go through. And so drop in the comment when you watch a certain, let me know. I'll be notifying that this person draw, and I will take out time, no matter the number, how many. If it's too much, I ask for assistance, okay, and respond to your comments. Very important. Very important. Okay, it's a new channel, so I have that time. Okay, once it gets old, I'll delegate because I'm training a lot of people to assist to get it. And I hope you know YouTube have the feature that can help others to contribute to your channel, to assist you. It's called collaborators. So let's start by the side. Now we move on. Move on. We said week one, about 5 things happen, and I've made a video on that. A very short video. You don't need to take more time. So while you're washing plates, going on hobby, standing in a bus stop, in a queue, trying to redraw, going on errand, that can play on one of your ears. Don't block two ears. Let one be for the word, this one be for your wishes. Do you get? Good. Now, week two, about 10 things. About 10 things. Week three, about 15 things. Week four, about 20 things happen. And these things, you should know it very well. Week one is a week of fertilization. Week two is a week of two, the bilaminar gem leaks. Week three is a week of, watch this now, castrulation, trilaminar gem leak formation. Week four is a week of folding and organogenesis. That's organ beginning of organ formation. Genesis means beginning. Organogenesis is a week. So you should know week one to week four very well for your upper and lower limb. You should know, and Siba, we've listed this thing there. We are still going to come back there. It's there in the channel. Go through it in the channel and give me a thumbs up. Let me know you watch it from beginning to the end. Not only that, let me know that you've learned something, because you can't run away from questions there. All right. So we are now coming back here to tell you how to answer question on AC after we've told you the summary of your upper and lower limb. For systemic embryology, what is it all about? You need to know the different systems. Like we talk about respiratory system in physiology, you need to know embryology of the respiratory system. Okay, which one forms first? Okay, let me ask you, for example, don't answer, but let me ask you, which structure do you use for respiration? Now, systemic embryology, watch this closely, begin to tell you when it was formed. Now you may say, oh, nose, oh, larynx, oh, pharynx, oh, nasopharynx, and trachea, and well, you are not wrong. But hear this: as you talk about nasals, okay, the nasal cavity, the oral cavity, is studied in neuroembryology, studied in the third in coursework. But in the second in coursework, what they simply want you to know is the trachea and the esophagus, which one form first, which one later give rise to the bronchial tree, okay, bronchial tree, and which one later give rise to the bronchulus and the tracheobronchial trees and all this formation. That's what they just want you to know. So you defined it, you introduce it, you give a sketch. It doesn't need to be something too artistic, just a sketch of something. And then after that, you move quickly to the period. When did this happen? Okay, so be it general embryology, be it how do you call it now, be it systemic embryology, or be it neuroembryology for third in coursework or first in coursework or second in coursework, it follows the same pattern. You must know the period. When did this thing happen? And I've told you. All right, now move on. As we move on, we said after the period, you talk about the event. For example, in embryology this morning, we'll be looking at some basic structures, okay, some mnemonics of some structures. That's what we'll be looking at. Now, you're going to appreciate this very clearly because we take time to do it. We've done Balancer, PMG, Balancer, PH. We've done that video on that. It's in the channels. Go watch it and let us know in the comment section. But today, we are going to take it a little bit further from PMB, Balancer to another thing, so that we marry upper and lower limb with, that is first in coursework, with second in coursework, which is systemic embryology. Okay, general embryology, you marry it with systemic embryology. Do you follow? Thumbs up if you are with me. Drop it, thumbs up. Let me know if you are with me. Thumbs up like this. Okay. So after introduction, diagram, after diagram, periods, after period, events. What are the different events that happen? Like we talk about week one, for example, we said, oh, 5 things: fertilization. After fertilization, cleavage. After cleavage, more morula. After morula, blastosis. After that, beginning of implantation. Do you follow? Say week two, okay, week of two things happen. The syncytium, okay, the hypoblast and the epiblast, and then the uh, trophos, okay, tropos or tropos, tropos, and tropos. There's a week of two things occur. Do you follow? In week two, now week three, trilaminar gem disc has the ectoderm, the ectoderm, the endoderm, and the mesoderm. Okay, that's week three. Week four, folding, uh, craniocaudal folding or mediolateral folding. Okay, yeah, bilateral folding. So these are the things that happen in week one, two, three, four. Can you see it? I've reduced all that to just a sentence. But when we're internalizing it, it wasn't like that. When we're reading, it's not like that. Remember, I showed you embryology textbook. Here we try to make it concise. Here we try to put it to you that it's possible. And we drop sessions that lead you from that scattered material, uninteresting textbook to a session that you can also master it. Do you follow? Okay, so we're done with that introduction, diagram, period, events, and then to talk about you can talk about embryology, clinical embryology. That's it. That's all about embryology. That's how you discuss embryology. So if they say discuss on the embryology of the food week, these are the things, these are the outline you use: introduction, diagram, you sketch something, and then after that, you quickly pick what we call periods. When did this happen? Then the fourth one, events. What are the things that happen there? And then guess what? The last one is clinical embryology. Now, if those things fail to form, how do you call it? That's what you call clinical embryology. Do you follow? Just like in clinical significance of applied anatomy, if the structure is not working very well, like bones, for example, what do you call? You can call osteomyelitis or osteomyelitis or osteosarcoma or fracture, which is a common, clinical significance for all bones. Do you follow? All right. So thank you very much. We want to keep this simple. We don't want to take much time, so we can go ahead and prepare for the next session by 9 a.m., which we may start by 9:05 or 9:15. So we have another by 10, we have another by 11. We so want to keep it short and simple. So today, move to this. But can I pause here and see? If you're also asked to write on histology, this is how you write on general histology. This is how you write on general histology. When it comes to general embryology, when it comes to to systemic embryology, pay attention. You add lining. That lining is the histology of that embryology. Okay, so you can find somewhere and put lining. That lining there is the ectoderm or endoderm or mesoderm. Do you follow? And the structures that are found in there. Now, if it comes to general histology, you use the same outline: introduction, diagram, introduction, diagram. After diagram, you now talk about period. Now talk about components. Sorry, it's not the same. Talk about components. After component, talk about features, and you talk about clinical histology. But for general, for systemic histology, the only thing you're going to add is microscopic. All right, microscopic feature, and you also add macroscopic feature. Macroscopic feature are the special feature you find in upper and lower limb, or the special feature you find on your thorax, abdomen, pelvis, and perineum, or head and neck. But the microscopic feature are the linings you find in the slide. Okay, that we call SSS. Okay, simple, stratify. Epithelium, simple cuboidal epithelium, simple columnar epithelium, or stratified squamous epithelium, stratified cuboidal epithelium, stratified columnar epithelium. Whichever of the with the examples, remember we've done a video on this histology. Reduce histology to CMEN, CMEN. That's all. Histology is just about that, especially general histology. Okay, especially general histology. In fact, if you understand that carefully, that also covers for systemic. Please check the video, and once you watch it completely, let me know in the comment section if what I'm saying you are not cleared. Okay, you ask one or two questions, I'll be fine. Okay, we make more videos. Okay, so we look at the next one today. Like we said, it's already 9:32. We are going to end this session, but quickly let's look at this. We have embryology. Now in embryology we have PMG. The P there stands for primitive gut derivative. The M stands for mesenteric derivative. The G stands for the germ layer derivative. The germ layer derivative is different from the primitive gut derivative. While the primitive gut derivative is the foregut, the midgut, and the hindgut, FMG. Okay, the germ layer derivative, watch this closely, is the ectoderm, the endoderm, and the mesoderm. And that's the goal in this session. I want you to really understand this. So the as we talk about the primitive gut formation, please pay attention closely. We talk about the primitive gut formation. We said foregut, midgut, and hindgut. You can see it on blue. Foregut, midgut, and hindgut. Now, this foregut, midgut, and hindgut is further divided into prelaryngeal part and postlaryngeal part. Then the next one is pre-arterial part and post-arterial part. That is for midgut. Midgut is pre-arterial part and post-arterial part. Now, the hindgut is pre-allantoid part and post-allantoid part. And this is why I say we're going to go for videography so that you get to appreciate as we talk this thing is demonstrating themselves and you see in a form of animation style. That way you capture it the same way you capture an action movie or the same way you capture a football session, live session in football. And you're like, I'm going to argue. Messi did not score well. This one, in fact, sometimes people can argue till their voice is gone on an entertainment show. And you see a trending one. And that's what we are after here. A situation when you are done studying your anatomy, you're done studying your embryology. You are like, wow, so head and neck can be simple. So upper and lower limb can be this simple. So embryology can be this simple. This is what, and this will not be possible if you don't subscribe, if you don't like, if you don't share, and if you don't comment in the comment section. You're just there. Like now, I've opened the comment section and nobody is commenting. It's not fair. So comment. Let us know you are here. Drop a thumbs up. Let's get to know you are following. Ask a question. Tell me to repeat again. Tell me to slow down. Do you follow? Tell me to calm down. Tell me to take it easy. Tell me to manage time. Do you follow? I will be fine. I promise you, Lala. Okay. So I'm done with that now. So the first one, I told you the outline for discussing anatomy of, the embryology and histology. I've told you that. One stone to kill a bear. One video, I've told you the outline for discussing embryology of any structure. Remember, embryology is the beginning of human study, human being, how they formed in the stomach. We call it intrauterine life. Okay, and I say first is introduction, next is diagram. The third thing you do, tell us the period, when did this thing form, and the fourth, tell us the event, which stage this one form first. Okay, a chromosomal reaction occur first before the, you tell us the stages. Then the week two, you said, okay, implantation began to be complete. Okay, beginning of completion of the implantation that began, okay, on the seventh day in week one, begin to be complete on week two, and is completely embedded, okay, in the endometrium. Do you follow? Like it cleaves, so cleavage starts, okay, and division. So you begin to tell all the stories of the events in that this thing. All the two things are formed. Do you follow? You say it in week two, and then you say it in week two, and this week two is when you are discussing events. When you are discussing, so that's you discuss. So you write it in short points, short points. So not too many stories. Nobody has that time. That's why that event can put a sentence. That sentence may be 3 to 4 words. Doesn't need to be too long. Okay, event, okay, fertilization, event, cleavage, event. So under event, you can put the fertilization, cleavage, morular formation, beginning of implantation. Do you follow? Something like that. And then this one, even if you don't remember any sentence, you can use cleavage and make a sentence. Even if you don't know anything about it, you can use. So that's why anatomy of embryology and anatomy of histology and anatomy of upper and lower limb, tap, head and neck is first understand this concept. Is next understand it as outline. When you discuss it with outline, it becomes very easy. Do you follow? Okay, so we've done that about the outline. We've also mentioned outline of histology, and now quickly we are looking at the histology. When we said that one is introduction, diagram, component, peculiarities, what you call features, and after that, clinical histology. Then we now talk to the PMG, that's primitive gut derivative, okay, germ layer derivative. We said primitive gut derivative is made up of three things: foregut, midgut, and hindgut. Okay. Now, whereas for germ layer derivative, made up of three: endoderm, ectoderm, and mesoderm. That's it. Now, today, because of our time, we quickly, okay, let's see how far, let's not say because of time. We've said that for the primitive gut, okay, foregut, we have two. Each of the foregut, midgut, and the hindgut is divided into two: prelaryngeal, postlaryngeal, pre-arterial, post-arterial, pre-allantoid, post-allantoid. Now, can you pause this video and say those things? Pick your book. Write out the outline for embryology and the outline for histology. Just like I've said. If you didn't get that, no, you wasted this video. So go back and watch again. See, go back with you watch with the intention of putting to me. In fact, I expect you by the time you are finished watching, you go and check your book now and say, I'm going to go and now read that book and see what he did not put, and go back to his comments and put it, say, excuse me, dear presenter. MSC Mastery, you didn't put this. Appreciate what you've done so far, but you didn't put this because you see, when there is a sense, a scene for argument, we tend to attract more, we gain to learn more. So it's good that embryology of embryology of any structure you are picking, you begin to list those things. For God and God. So for God, list it, write it out. Outline for this, outline for that. Good. Now tell me, primitive God and gem layer derivative. Primitive God derivative and gem layer derivative. Leave mesenteric derivative for now. Okay, leave it for now. Look at imbalanza. Okay. In when we are doing pre-arteria. You follow? Okay, I know that. So now tell yourself, can you write it? Or can you form a flow chart from it? See, like I'm forming this flow chart. I know this flow chart is a bit tattered. I was trying to sketch a whole lot of things and put across to you, but I'm going to make a more design one and put it like a video, a short in the session, and you watch. Okay, so now that pre-laryngeal give rise to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the pre-laryngeal is 5, post-laryngeal is 6. Pre-arterial, look at pre-arterial. Pre-arterial is how many? 3. Post-arterial is how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now watch how we used to recall it. Watch how we used to recall it. For pre-laryngeal, we said proper planning, stop truckload. Now, this is becoming too much for you. All right. So you try it. Take a test. And when you are done what I've taught you, outlines for histology and embryology, whatever, whether general, whether systemic, or whether neurohistology or neuroembryology, get that outline first, write it out as a test. Now, when you are done, pick primitive gem layer and then write it out. Can I recall? If I can't recall, you go back again and watch. All right. Then do same for the gem layer derivative, endodem, ectodem, and mesodem. All right. Now, you now pick these full screenshots now and try and see yourself. What does forgot divide into? Pre-laryngeal, post-laryngeal. What does mid God? This. So you should be able to test. Once you're done, can now go for the mnemonics. Are you following? All right. So we're going to run another session for another mnemonics, not today, but this will be sent to group as I usually promise. The delay is to make it more interesting. All right, of not posting something. So you come for more, you come expecting, you come asking, come commenting, come sharing, come subscribing. Do you follow? That's how we do. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being a part of this 30-something minutes session of live stream where we tell you about embryology of upper and lower limb, embryology of thorax, abdomen, pelvis, and perineum, embryology of the head and neck, how you outlined your points, okay, and also for histology. So now we'll be taking a bow now to come back live by 9:15. We will be starting another session on another topic. You can't miss this for anything. So make sure you make it a deal. We meet again. Until then, subscribe, share, like, and comment when you listen. Don't forget to practice what we teach on a prof book. All right? Practice brings perfect. As practice bring improvement. Practicing this in piecemeal. Remember, our goal is piecemeal. So it's not to do everything here. We do it little by little. A little here today, a little there today. A little here today, a little there today. So that's how we do it. So do as we do, and you get what we get. If at all you not get more than what we get. Bye-bye, and